Hey, it's Drewz Viewz here, back for another edition of AniMonday, reacting to anime on Monday, continuing my series on Code Geass R2 Season 2, Lelouch of the Rebellion. I'm now up to episode 10. And last time, Zero, aka Lelouch, had a little head-to-head with his half-brother Schneisel. Schneisel had tried to foil his plans a little bit by, with coming into China by getting the Empress of China, Tansy, I think her name is. It's like a little girl, basically, getting her in a political marriage with his brother, whose name I don't recall. Older brother, I think it was. And he was just introduced in this episode, I think. And that would foil Zero's plans. And all these high eunuchs are like really in charge of China there, and they were going along with it. But Lelouch actually showed up and challenged him, Schneisel that is, to a match of chess, which they had done in the past, and Schneisel always beats him, I guess. And Schneisel was, they were like in a tie or whatever. It was going to be a draw, and Schneisel put his king there, said to let Zero beat him, and Zero didn't like that. Refused to do it, but then it was intervened on by Nina, who was there at it was like the day before the wedding celebration thing, and she was still obviously upset over Yuffie's death. Tried to assassinate Zero, essentially didn't do a good job at it, but yeah, it was a little school reunion. Millie was there too with her, I guess, still fiance Lloydo. And but then the end of the episode, on the day of the actual wedding, the Xing-ke guy came in. We got a little backstory on him. He has a previous kind of relationship with the Empress there, a friend relationship, and he said he was going to take her out of this forbidden city, which I guess she never gets to leave. And he was going to stop the eunuchs from getting the marriage off. But then Zero popped up and kidnapped her. So Xing-ke didn't like that either. So I assume in this episode he'll be after Zero to get her back, and Lelouch has plans of his own, so let's get right into it. Let's see what this one's called. Okay, when Shen Hu wins glory. So I'm not sure who Shen Hu is. Maybe that's someone I should know, but oh, actually, before I started, also at the end of the episode, Vivi was seen with this guy named Jeremiah. At the time I was watching it, I didn't know who it was. Then with some help from a commenter and kind of what I was thinking in my own head when I was editing the episode, I was like, is that the guy, Orange they called him? And then, yeah, it was confirmed by a commenter on the channel there. So thanks for watching and commenting. That it is the guy from who Zero, he was kind of one of the first guys Lelouch screwed over. He seemed to get brainwashed or something, and then he came back at the end of the last season and was fighting with Cece, and now Vivi's got him, so he's going to be causing trouble too, I imagine, here. I don't know if I assume it'll be in this episode since we just saw him at the end of last time, but that could just be set up for further on down the line here. But let's get right into it. It's saying 2 of the 3 great powers, Britannia and China, are the 2. I'm not sure if they've mentioned who the 3rd great world power is ever. I'm not sure how old the Empress is. She's got to be pretty young still. She was even younger when she first met Xing-ke, but I think I'm saying that right. I'm not 100% sure. It took me a while to even remember his name at all. Lady Zhang Lin. I think she was with... I thought I saw her with Xing-ke before. Yeah. She is with him, okay. Xing-ke, okay. There's Kalin and Kaguya. And anime is right always seems to be translated as Yosh. Or vice versa. I don't remember how Suzaku knows Toto. Oh, with the Geass, you can do everything, anything. Yeah, so they're friends, but I still don't think. Maybe she will be alright with it. It's quite a wide cabin in this truck here. They just mentioned India. Is that the third great power? Well, it is tough to understand. Don't worry. Was that really a really short eunuch, or was he just in the foreground there? No, Xing-ke's gonna have to team back up with them probably. As soon as I say that. So the prince that was gonna get married is pretty. It doesn't seem like much of a. He's kind of like a pawn too, I guess. Is that just a joke by CC, I guess? I mean, Zero, you should have guessed that Xing-ke would, or that they would let him get back in to retrieve the Empress. Ah, Shen Hu's the name of the machine, okay. The Nightmare. More interesting face than most of these have. Is the ace about to get trumped? Working with similar technology. Con, you shouldn't announce every move before you do it. Cockpit block. Still don't know why he's coughing blood like that. Rakshad always laying down, leaning around. I mean, he's right. Chinese Federation's gonna torture her by not letting her shower at all. So she is watching back on episode 6 or whatever. No. Yeah, it's almost like there's other smart guys besides you, Lelouch. It's his home territory too. You gotta factor that in. Giving him some credit. Mausoleum of 88 emperors. Yeah, why not? Some media trick they're gonna do. Okay. Well. Can't say I understood what happened at the end there. I don't know how Lelouch is back at school there when Zero is currently besieged on all sides by a number of forces. So he mentioned some trick they're doing with Diet Hard at the end there. If this has something to do with it, I don't know. Like something was filmed already and putting it on TV now. But how is he back? That doesn't make sense to me. But well, see you next episode. But in this one, it was mostly them trying to get away with the Empress, as was fairly easy to predict. Although it seemed like Lelouch didn't necessarily see it coming. Once Xing-ke was already trying to get her away, he would team up again then with the High Eunuchs and all that, and the Chinese government to team up against Zero and get her back. Now I'm not sure what Xing-ke's plan originally is to take her, the Empress. If he was successful where is he going to go with her? I don't know. And he seems to be dying anyway. I think that's the implication with the bleeding from the mouth there, and saying, like, I have to hold out a little longer, all that. So if he's dying already, and it's not like he's going to be staying around to protect her wherever they would go. So I don't know what his plan was, but it's not going to work out anyway, it would seem. Now the eunuchs have brought back in, Suzaku and the Knights of the Round here. I'm not sure why that's necessarily a surprise to him either. I mean, they're already setting up this marriage with the Britannian prince, so obviously going to be working together. And then there's a lot of talk about Indian forces coming to join them. It seems like Rakshata is Indian as well, probably. So is that the third power they mentioned at the beginning, in the kind of previously on type of deal? They said 3 world powers. So I'm interested in the political implications here and aspects. But yeah, I was definitely surprised by the ending there. But yeah, overall, it was a pretty simple episode. Other than that, at least in terms of driving the plot forward, not much there. Callan got it's called captured in war. Captured. So Lelouch obviously wants to get her back. But I feel like Diodart was right when he was saying that you can't. And she even said she's the ace. Maybe she's the best fighter they have, and with the best machine. But they still have to. It's one person's not worth it. I'm sure they'll find a way to get her back. But it'll be interesting to see if she does get captured for a while. What would happen with that? I'm sure she's not going to die, though, at least not right now. But now I feel like I'm blanking on a lot of stuff to talk about here that threw me for a loop. So we didn't see Jeremiah and Vivi again this episode. So it looks like that was just plotting for further down the line. What else? Oh, I guess, well, also kind of toward the end there, the eunuchs were saying, I mean, it was also kind of predictable that they would turn back on Xing-ke and his right-hand woman there, because they got to be enemies anyway, but it seemed like they might be willing to sacrifice the Empress there. I'm not sure who next in line is, or if they're just going to try to run everything without a figurehead or whatever, but yeah, I mean, obviously she's in danger, so I don't know. But that was that one. They just a quick check-in with some of the other school characters there. Of course, the end, but and then they showed Nina real briefly again, and the president Millie a little bit. But yeah, mostly it was just the one conflict there. So they went to the Tomb of the Emperors or whatever, but we'll see what's in store for next episode. So I think that's gonna do it for this one. I'll be back next time for episode 11 of Code Geass R2. And it's Drewz Viewz and AniMonday. Until then, we're out of here. Peace.